What up, fam? It's your boy Aaron coming to you once again from First and Faithful. Wanted to give you all some news, injury updates, signings, all the craziness that just on a daily basis seems to surround our team. Before we get into that, please do me a huge favor, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, the like button, all that, share with friends. Really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. This has been honestly a ton of fun, just doing these videos, interacting with you guys here and on Twitter. So again, really appreciate that. But let's get into the news. It's mostly bad, honestly, but there are some few good notes, so let's get with those first. Let's start with the good news. Mohamed Sanu, free agent wide receiver, has been signed by the team to a 1-year deal. Good signing for the team. Obviously, he's familiar with Shanahan from their time together in Atlanta, so that's a good signing. I don't know if this is the game breaker that the Emmanuel Sanders signing is, but it is a good kind of gap stop measure for the team. A good receiver, good hands, may help if he slots in as kind of the quote-unquote number one. Maybe that helps, Bourne is a 2 and Taylor's a 3, etc. May just kind of help everybody else out. Another positive, because Debo is on the IR, they had an extra roster spot. They were sitting at 52. This gives them, puts them up to 53, at least until I get to the next injury coming down the line. Also good news, George Kittle, the team is cautiously optimistic he will be available this week. He did suffer that knee sprain off that hit from Buda Baker in Sunday's game. That's good news. Not so much that he, they're optimistic he can play, but I think the fact that they are optimistic that there's even a chance he can play is a good sign going forward. This isn't serious enough where he's automatically put on IR or something like that. They've automatically ruled him out. So the fact that he's kind of close, that's good. I wouldn't be surprised if they sit him regardless. But again, good sign. They didn't have to immediately put him on the IR or anything like that. And now, speaking of the IR, we get to the news of the day out of just fucking left field, honestly. Richard Sherman has been put on the IR, out at least 3 weeks with what they're calling a calf strain, as reported by Mike Garofalo over at NFL Network. Like I said, this kind of came out of left field. Obviously, after the game, he didn't mention it. The coaches didn't mention it. Even yesterday, when Shanahan was kind of, did their new press, nobody mentioned this. He did miss, I think it was the last 3 or 4 plays of the game on defense, which was kind of, I don't think anybody I think everybody just kind of blew up because it wasn't really mentioned after the game. I guess the sign that maybe something was up yesterday, the Niners tried out, it was 5 players, 4 of them were cornerbacks. So I think a lot of people were thinking that was because of Dante Johnson. But apparently that was because of Sherman. Like I say, he's out at least 3 weeks. Could be back week 5 against the Dolphins. I'm going to say that he will sit week 5. He will be back week 6 against the Rams. Sunday Night Football at home against the Rams. That's what I'm going with. I was pretty spot on with the Debo. If you remember, I said if he didn't suit up for week 1, he wouldn't be back till week 4. Bang, pretty spot on with that. So that's my prediction for Sherman. He will sit week 5 as well. I say he comes back week 6 against the Rams. What does this mean for the defense? Looks like Witherspoon, I assume. The assumption is we'll start opposite Mosley. Unfortunately, it looks like Witherspoon is also hurt, as I'm recording this, am seeing Witherspoon is in the concussion protocol. Early word is he's expected to clear it, but with concussions, you honestly you just don't know until someone clears, basically. So when it rains, it pours, man. So we'll see how that works out. I don't think Brett is healthy off his hamstring, so I don't think he is ready this week. Maybe next week or the week after, maybe week 4. Who knows? Johnson might get some play. I imagine Shanahan's going to keep this fairly close to the vest and not give any opponents kind of the time to prepare, if you will. He'll probably keep the corner opposite Mosley probably a secret until then. We'll see though. I mean, you have to assume that Spoon at least this week gets the start opposite, but after that, who knows? The silver lining of Sherman going down is obviously not a good thing, but the way the schedule kind of lines up works. You have the Jets this week, not an offense that's scaring anybody. Obviously, Denzel Mims is on IR. Their best receivers, Rashard Perriman. Nothing that scares you offensively on that. Then the week after, you have the Giants, a little bit better offense. Obviously, you have Saquon, Evan Ingram, Darius Slayton, and Sterling Shepard. So a much better offense, just from a weapon standpoint. But again, nothing that scares you. Then the week after that, they have the Eagles. Eagles have some weapons, and obviously Carson Wentz is a pretty good quarterback. But we saw in week 1 that O-line is so decimated. I don't think it matters what weapons they have, because this D-line should feast. And then obviously week 5 against the Dolphins, Fitzmagic. Again, nobody on that offense really scares you or puts any fear into you. But these next 3 weeks, these next 3 to 4 weeks, this is time for the D-line to feast, and this is where they need to step up. Honestly, you're playing some pretty O-lines that aren't particularly great, quarterbacks that aren't particularly great, receivers that aren't. You're playing out like this is the chance for the defense to get right. We talked on Monday when I talked about grades and Jimmy Garoppolo. These next 2 games being get right games. These are get right games for the defense as well, and they really, really have to step up. D Ford, Armstead, Bosa had a good game against the Cardinals. No sacks, but got a ton of pressures. Seemed to be kind of all over the place. But especially Armstead, who seemed to kind of be invisible on Sunday. Same with Ford. This is their chance to step up. Maybe you see Kinlaw, do some work out there. This is a huge opportunity for them. And then on the other side, the offense. We talked about this being get-right games for the offense. These are now, even more importantly, get-right games for the offense. Jimmy and the offense have got to step up, have got to take some of the pressure off the defense. Usually the saying is the best offense is a good defense. I think it kind of flips for these next couple of weeks. The best defense is a good offense. If the Niners offense come out, dominate like they should offensively, it really helps the defense out, immensely. Makes the opposing offense is one-dimensional. We can get after the quarterbacks, etc. That's where, it is really important that the offense comes to play these next, 3-4 weeks. Otherwise, this could go south quickly. And this is, we talk about revenge tours and getting back to the Super Bowl and all that. This is why, when you have a shot at the title, like, you have to finish, because the next season's always, they always say the hardest thing to make or win a title is to win another one. And there are so many teams that have even just won one that you thought were going to win multiple and never did. So it is something that, because things happen, injuries, or just other teams get better, and there's all these things that kind of conspire. I don't want to say against you, but there's so many things that can go wrong, and you've seen it. I mean, so far with the Niners, we've seen a lot of things go sideways. Debo's injury, Garland, Richburg, Richie James, Sherman now, Kittle getting hurt, the COVID, no fan, like everything that could possibly go wrong has gone wrong with this team. So these next, like I said, 3 to 4 weeks are their opportunity to show that, this is going to test their mettle. And I think if they can get through this, 4-1, 5-1, go 4-1 going into that Sunday night game against the Rams, I think this could be the part where they look back and say, hey, we came together as a team, we locked it back in, and, just went balls to the wall going forward. If they trip up and fall here in these next couple of games, this season might go south really fast. So we'll see. Again, this week, Jets should be, knock on wood, but that should be an easy game. It should be a game they dominate. If they don't, if they struggle, if the defense doesn't look good, if the offense doesn't look good, like, we might be in for a very long season. But like I said, I just wanted to give you all an update. Just the craziest news today. Just like I said, every day seems to be something new. Like yesterday was kind of good news. Hey, we got some new. Okay, that's good. And then today, bang, Sherman out of left field. So, you know, it is what it is with this team. But, you know, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. You know, should the team go out and sign, you know, some corners? Should they make some big moves, or should they just stay pat? You know, because the offense they play the next 3 or 4 weeks are kind of weak. Should they just stay pat, or should they go out and maybe either trade, or maybe like, you know, Talib, I believe, retired. He's out there. Maybe they make a run at him. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think they should do below. As always, thank you very much for watching. This has been First and Faithful. I'm Aaron. Have a great one. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for watching First and Faithful. Here's another video I think you'll enjoy. Also, don't forget to subscribe. New videos every week. Appreciate all the support.